Welcome back, everybody. I am super hyped right now. It might not mean a lot to some people, but to me, it means so much that I have actually reached 100 subscribers. Okay, that means there is at least 100 people in this world that is willing to look at my videos, and I am so appreciative of it. Y'all just don't understand. When it comes to YouTube and making these videos, it is so nerve-wracking, and I'm still learning and still getting my shit together. So to all you guys, to all my subscribers, I really do appreciate it. Oh my goodness, stay tuned. I have so much more coming. So now let's get into this video. Like any cake that I do, or any cupcake, or any dessert period that I do for a client, it is such an honor because you can really choose someone else to go to, and you chose me. You chose me to be a part of your special day, whether it's your birthday, your wedding, your anniversary, or you just thought of me because you wanted something sweet and you wanted it from me. It's always an honor and it's always a privilege. And for this client, there was nothing less than an honor and a privilege. So for this client, she said she wanted a lemon cake and a blueberry buttercream. And the buttercream had to be purple. That was it. That is all she gave me to work with. She did say she wanted a small cake for herself, as well as cupcakes. She was turning 53, and that was it. She didn't know what style. She didn't know exactly what she wanted. She said for me to go for it, and this is what I came up with. So as you see, I started off with decorating a mini cake. Since it was such a small cake, I wanted to keep it cute and clean and simple, so I went with a rustic design. So I actually popped the cake in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes, just long enough for me to color my buttercream. I was doing different shades of purple, and when I tell y'all, you guys, purple just used to be one of those colors I hated doing. I felt like I always put too much purple food coloring in, trying to get that deep purple, and it would come out horrible. Like if you've ever had buttercream or cake and it had that nasty taste to the point where you cannot eat it, it's 9 times out of 10 because of that buttercream. Now, no shade to nobody. If it didn't have no colored buttercream on it and it tastes that way, then something is wrong. But 9 times out of 10, if it had colored buttercream on it and it's one of them deep colors, it's probably because of the food coloring. But over the years, I've learned tricks here and there, and I've learned now not to just start straight out with the straight up purple food coloring. Now I start by mixing blue and red, and then if I can't get that deep purple that I want, then I'll go in and add drops of the purple food coloring to get the purple that I want. For the cupcakes, I didn't want to do the traditional cake board 53. So I did the paper mache, I think that's what it is, numbers. I've seen these before. I've never done these before, but I'm like, that probably would be just be perfect for her. And it will be clean, easy, and simple, but still very, very cute. So I got my numbers from Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure all the paper mache numbers and letters from like craft stores are the same, but they don't come with the top off. They actually come as a solid number, but it's hollow inside, but you have to cut off the top in order to be able to place your cupcakes inside. But one thing I did see, a lot of people, when I did look up on YouTube, different people, they were actually cutting the tops off and throwing them away. When I cut my top off, I felt like the numbers were really flimsy. So I'm like, well, how can I make this just a little bit more sturdy? Because I don't want anyone to pick up the number and the whole thing falls on the floor. So instead of throwing the top away that I had cut off, I actually just pressed it down inside of the number and it made it more sturdy. And I don't know if anyone else does that, but if you don't and you think about trying this, save the top. Put them inside of the number and it gives it more stability. So now I'm going in and doing the same thing that I did with the cake and just going in and piping different rosettes and different designs with the different shades of buttercream. So I'm not even going to lie, like when I first added those first little sprinkles, I was not feeling it. I felt like it just was not giving the vibe that I needed it to give. The sprinkle mixture was nice, but it didn't appeal to me after I put it on. But I had already put it on there and I couldn't take off. Like, the sprinkles were stuck. I would have had to scrape off all the buttercream in order to take the sprinkles off, and I wasn't doing it. So I just came up with an idea of just putting it on certain areas, and it actually came out pretty great, and I'm glad I stuck with it. I don't care what anyone says. Bling makes everything better. Shiny makes everything better. Metallics makes everything better. And in this case, the gold metallic made this cake better. Like, it just brought it to another level just to be such a small cake. And I loved everything about it. I'm just going in and hand painting the rosettes that were actually the same color as the base cake, so that way it could stick out more. And just in doing that, although hand painting all those rosettes, hand painting period, depending on what you're painting, is so time consuming but so worth it, and it was definitely worth it in the end. So I did the exact same thing that I did for the cake, for the cupcake. Only different is for this, what I'm doing now is taking purple tissue paper and just filling in the gaps between the paper mache number and the cupcakes. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my next one. Bye.